everyone, it's Catherine here from Inky Finger Cat, back with a Christmas in July project. This was super easy. Why have I not been using this template? I bought this it's basically a copy of a Gina K type thing off eBay. I bought it. And it's a wreath builder template. So you have your stamps. Apologies, I do keep hitting the camera. You have your stamps. Stick your cardstock, which in this case is a 5-inch square, into the template and then rotate it. And you can either do 4 of something or 8 of something. So in this case, I did 8 of the holly leaves. And it was so simple and easy. This whole card, partly because I also had some die cuts that are already die cut. So the whole card took 17 minutes to make. And that included me faffing around finding the inks, and then pulling out the relevant die cuts, deciding on the sentiment. Seriously, 17 minutes to make one card. And you could absolutely bulk make these cards so quickly because you just do all the stamping for this, then change the cardstock, put another one in, do all of that. Totally easy to do. So the stamps I'm using are from the Merriest Moments, and I just picked a couple of colours of greenery. So in this case, I decided to only stamp this element 4 times. So instead of doing it into the sort of like on a wonk corner, that's how we're going to describe it, I just literally rotate it 4 times 90 degrees. So I suppose it would be the 45-degree angle. There you go. That's me being vaguely mathsy. So this time I choose a different one, and this is what I'm going to do into these 4 corners. I can't get over how easy this is. I have owned this template for ages. I've had one go with it, and it didn't quite go to plan because I'd not got the right colour, right size of cardstock. So easy. Need to do this more frequently. So yeah, I've chosen the 3 different colours of green card ink, using the distress inks. I'm double stamping each of them because distress inks aren't brilliant for stamping with. And then I've chosen my berries, and I end up with fired brick. It takes me a little while to decide which colour I want. I end up with fired brick. I normally speed up my videos by about between 5 and 7 times the normal speed. This is speeded up 3 times the normal speed because when I did it at my normal, I knew I wouldn't have time to talk to you. Basically, there'd be no time to talk to you. Because that's how quick and easy this is. Now, you could absolutely finish here, put yourself a sentiment in the middle, maybe emboss the sentiment in the middle. That would probably finish it off nicely. I don't do that, but I'm just saying you could. Now, I fiddled with the edges a little bit, so I got one of the edges was a little bit roughed up, so I just decided to just trim it just slightly on this one. And now I'm grabbing on all of those sort of like little things that have already been die cut from scraps because they're on my desk, and why not? And I'm just going to build a little cluster in the bottom right hand corner. I probably put far too many of the holly leaves on, but there was only 6 of them, so I thought, well, I might as well just use them all up. And then it takes me a little while to decide on a sentiment. Again, these are already pre-cut from the waffle flower sentiment dies that I've got, again from scraps. So this one, I just decide on the word happy because this made me so happy, this card. I was just delighted with how easy it was to do. So I do decide that I want to mat that happy just onto a little bit of white cardstock. So I do get a little bit glued and sticky in this because I stick my finger in it by accident. So this takes a teensy bit of fiddling around, and my fingers are very gooey by the end. And then, creating the cluster does take a little bit of fiddling around. Not much, just a little bit, and it doesn't end up looking how I think it's going to look because I then move it and it sticks in slightly the wrong place. But never mind, really doesn't matter. Having problems with the sticky tape. This is what's taken the time. That stamping, that whole wreath, so beautiful, so easy to do. this is the thing that takes the time, is me fiddling around. But yeah, I think the dies that are in use here, I'm not entirely sure actually where they're all from. They're from a range of different stamp sets, different die sets, and basically it's just stuff that was in the stash that I've gone through, die cut a whole load of scraps with, and then I just stick things in pouches so that they're ready to use. So at this point, am I done? I'm thinking I'm done, and then I think, no, I know what I want to do. I want to mount this. And I decide that I'm going to mount it on black. I could have mounted it on red, could have mounted it on green, but I decided to mount it on black. I think it just adds like quite a classy edge. It's a very fine mount. I decided not to gut this cardstock because it's old journals that I only did like 3 pages in, and I've basically just taken them apart and I'm using the cardstock. So it's not expensive cardstock, and also it's quite a thin white cardstock, and I figured if I gutted it, you might be able to see through. And I just decided to mount it flat. It's just so beautiful, and as I say, it just makes me so happy. I decided to grab those enamel dots and just add 5 of those. So 3 of the bigger one, well, the medium-sized ones, and 2 little ones, just to finish off. And as I say, 17 minutes, done and dusted. Love it. Love it. I wonder how many times I'm going to use this wreath builder during Christmas in July, because I'm suspecting I'm going to use it a few more times. You might see it again. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. Please do give me a thumbs up if you like. Have you got a wreath builder? Subscribe to see more. And until next time, bye-bye.